Well, welcome back. Here we are. R1s. Welcome everybody tuning in to the Great American Short Course Series. Weller Racing SR1s are coming back out. Corey Weller, of course, the big winner yesterday, Scott. Great one. And now Paula. So we got Corey Weller in the 18, Paula Bryant's in the number 11, Larry Hayes in the 75, Sam Nino in the 17, Robert Gutierrez in the 83. Courtesy of Toyota Redlands. Flying Old Glory and of course the Toyota Redlands flag.
It was just absolutely all Corey Weller. She had such a command of this race. It's almost like we should start calling her butter. She's just so smooth out there on that racetrack. In this car, she's in sync with this race car. She loves this race car. She loves this track, but her and that machine. When there's that connection, you can just tell. And just watch her. Watch those turns, her turn entrances, her exits, the acceleration she gets, the smoothness through the corners.
She's definitely a student of racing. She figures these lines out, and studies them, and figures out the quickest way around the track for sure. Her and Jason share a lot of notes. Her husband, of course, races in the Can-Am Turbo, the Pro Turbo class. Production Turbo. And looks like we'll see the lights are out. You should see it pull off the track here momentarily. And we're going to get into those cone start zone.
This will be a 12-lap main event, just like last night. Weller O'Brien on the front row. Here we go. And obviously, Weller gets the jump going into turn one.
O'Brien looking to the inside there. Weller moves down, takes that line right away. Larry Hayes back in that third spot.
O'Brien's the actual points leader in this class right now so far, coming into round 5.
Well, Corey and Jason didn't make the last event, so they allowed Paul O'Brien to jump ahead in points. This will definitely tighten it up. Great to have Paul O'Brien back racing with us. And Corey. As well as the usual suspects. Hayes, Nino, Darris, Ochoa. Is this the, Honey Badger 2.0? And Ochoa. Nice going on that there. And far new section. O'Brien looking low. Weller squares it off. Makes a good run. Pulls out a lead again. Out of that turn, able to keep it. Car hits that top end really nice. O'Brien now trying to get into the mix there. Close enough where he can just kind of see the tread in the back of her tires now. He's actually gotten a lot closer this lap now.
Saw that sticker. I thought maybe that would be a telltale sign, but no.
Nope. And looks like O'Brien was a little bit close this time, but man, the acceleration out of that turn, she just got absolute grip. And it looks like we got a car off power. As we go back up front with Corey Weller. Down off the front. Sticking out there. And in turn, or I should say the entrance of turn 1. The off-road warehouse sweeper back there is a high-speed left-hander. The Altoa batteries. And here we go, 90 degrees back. Brian's not so much close on it. About a quarter of a length on the vehicle, every lap gaining on Hayes. Sandino there, 71, Choa. Gutierrez, unfortunately, we see him off the track. Should be seeing that concussion coming out this next time around. The halfway point here for the Weather Racing SR1s. Back to be stacked and refire. Sandino and Choa.
And both drivers I'm looking at have scored their fastest lap of the race on lap 2. Was 59.2. And so average lap times, Corey's one average laps. Very tight.
Step it up a little bit, but Redlands. We will go green Green this next time by.
Our next race immediately following SR1s will be the mod carts, which was a crazy, crazy race last night.
Oh, absolutely.
Under the lights.
And definitely a fast one for sure. Expecting it to be the same here today. Great seeing those monster flags and banners up here, helping out with Great American Shortcourse. As Oscar Battery says, green, green, green once again. Weller, O'Brien, and Hayes, the top three. As they enter turn number one, off the fingers, coming around. O'Brien starting to already look low on Weller. Weller puts the skinny pedal to the floor, pulls about a car length ahead there. Now O'Brien looking for the move.
Yeah, he outbraked Corey and going to the corner and made up a lot of ground. Kind of took a peek to the inside, nothing was there.
And you can see she fishtailed just a little bit, getting off that jump. They're landing. O'Brien now looking low once again. A little bit closer this time. And we're curious to see what the lap times are at this point. As they come back around and actually.
Again, here we go. O'Brien will duck to the outside. This time, tried to outbrake Corey, pulled up alongside, but on the outside line, and now lost, what, 4 or 5 car lengths to Corey.
She's got great exit speed. Here he comes down looking low again. Might be a door there, side by side off the fingers. Weller puts the hammer down and stretches it out once.
Well, here's the thing. Now Corey knows that he's there. Not only that, but here's the chemistry that we're talking about. The wife, the driver, the husband, the spotter, and such a huge, huge trust factor. And there's, when Corey hears instructions or what's going on from Jason, she's not going to go, well, what if? Are you sure? She's not thinking that. That's 100% trust going on right now between those two. So when Jason's saying something's going on, she's full boat, she's in.
Well, you know, kind of the opposite. We got the driver, Paul O'Brien, the wife, Teresa, the spotter. So a little opposite. And she spotted for him during his championship runs there. So it's great to see that back, the team. So a couple of great husband-wife teams, just reverse roles.
So there'll be 3 laps remaining this time around, the flag stand, 3 laps remaining.
Brian lost about, like you said, about some car length there. These are some fast laps that they're turning, that's for sure.
Yeah, Corey's getting quicker as the race goes on, her lap times. Her last lap number 9, was her quickest one, where Paul O'Brien, his fastest lap was on lap number 2.
It was amazing because he was starting to get up in her, basically her back pocket. Here he comes again. Not enough time though this time. Didn't get a good enough move. Ryan keeping that low line. Trying to keep it on there, Corey. Rear steps out just a little bit there. Kind of counter steering through that turn and sliding.
It almost appears that Paul's got better straightaway speed. He absolutely reels Corey in and then outbrakes her going into the turns.
But it's the exact exit.
It's that exit that there's something about that traction coming out right there. You'll see it. And she pulls away.
Bye-bye. White flag will be coming out this next time by as O'Brien continues to work on the number 18. Changing it up a little bit, goes the inside split.
Now I'm not seeing. Oh, he's not going outside. He's not going inside. He's not trying a different line. It's almost like he could, since she's got the corners harder, which he that berm and ride the outside.
Exit.
acceleration.
Going down. Acceleration out of there. Here he comes.
And Paul O'Brien. But Paul's was much quicker, almost 0.3 of a second.
Trying to make the run.
One last chance right here. Try to duck to the inside, stick his nose in there. And too little, too late. Corey Weller will add another win to her resume here in the SR1s. Paul O'Brien will take second. I believe he's the podium. Anthony Ochoa will be fourth. And Sammy Nino will round out the field in that number 17. Unofficial finishing results. Again, we got Robert Gutierrez in that 6 in the 17. Anthony Ochoa fourth. Larry Hayes at second, and Corey Weller and another win in the 3 up to the podium in just a moment as Dave do the winning interviews in just a moment.
There we go. All right, I got Larry Hayes. We got Paul O'Brien and Corey Weller on top of the box. I'm going to come on over. Catbird sitting back there watching it unfold, waiting for them to make a mistake. But you started getting a little pressure there from Sammy Nino.
Yeah, that last lap, I was stuck in first gear, so my shifter broke, just like Paul's did yesterday. So I'm like, if the motor blows, it blows. So I just kept on the limit around the whole lap.
And you're on the box.
And we're on the box.
You got plenty of time to fix it now, right?
4 months, we're good.
Well, would you like to thank some people?
Thank my wife Susie for supporting me and spotting for me. And I had a buddy pass away from cancer, Denny, so this one goes out to him. Thank Gas Series and all you guys for doing this. So excited for what's come next year. Fans for coming out. Let's keep it going.
There he is, everybody, third place. And moving on over here to Paul O'Brien. And Paul, we heard the woes there. He got the same, pretty much the voodoo had hit him, hit you yesterday and that. But today, a whole nother story out there. You and Corey dicing it up.
Yeah, it's like the old days. Her and I have just battled so much over the years, and once again, she's on top. I'm looking up. Yesterday we broke a shifter. Had a lot of fun racing though. I the pack and we had a lot of fun. And these cars are fast. These, all the new guys are going fast. So it just makes it more.
When you're up front, you don't have to wash your suit. Yours nice and clean.
Dry enough to where it really didn't stick.
Definitely watching you catch up to her like in some of the straightaways. Then you outbrake her a little bit to the turns, but her acceleration out of the turns.
Okay, I can catch her here. Then she pulled me on some others. So I was just trying to get closer and closer. I really wanted that inside last turn, but it just didn't work out.
Well, definitely a great time and great racing for sure. And I know you got people to thank for it.
Yeah. Back racing. My in-laws. She's good to go again. They're a welcome sight back to the races. All the family that came out for the weekend, they gave us a lot of help. This thing, there's a bunch of new guys still wanting to get in it, so hopefully that can happen. Hopefully next year happens to where Poppy. I got to give Calvin credit. He's like the unsung hero. I think if he quit, we'd probably all stop. As much as he can for us, good weather, bad weather, he does his best. Everyone at Gas does, safety, everybody. So just
well said, Corey Weller. He has heating, AC, solar, and plumbing, and of course Toyota Redlands hooking you up with some cash on top of your cash. So Corey, talk about this race.
I was walking through my Fitbit. I think I'm still in cardio, actually. So it was really fun. So, it's always like a give and take for us, and I know he'll get me in some places, and I can manage to pull him in some places. He had the faster car today. He had more traction, I think. I really feel not mess up. So, you get a little extra careful, and then he closes in, and I'm just like, well, I could bomb this, but then I'm going to blow that turn, and so you're always just kind of playing that game, and again, battles, that's what this class is about anyway, and battling these cars, plus trying to drive them is just a double whammy, so. But yeah, a huge thanks. It's been a really fun weekend. We're out here racing this series, and my whole goal this year is to just enjoy racing. So stressed out, you lose it, and it's been so much fun. I'm so glad we're doing this, and the series is great. Thanks again to Liam Poppy. I know everybody says that. Calvin, the track was amazing. Got a little dry, but it's still fun in our cars. Huge thanks to Jason, pretty much for fixing his car yesterday. That's pretty much all we did to the cars. The guys at the shop, again, for always giving us good cars. We had some cooks out here for us. Jeff came out and cooked with his girlfriend and gave us some amazing. And Can-Am, again, they always support us pretty much in everything. So huge thanks. And again, thanks Liam Poppy. See you guys. Can't wait for Prim and all you guys for being out here. Thank you.
There she is, call the First Lady of UTV. And Corey Weller standing tall on top of the box. Speaking of boxes, back to you, Scott.
Well, thanks a lot, Dave. Once again, final congratulations to our top three finishers in the Weller Racing SR1, getting ready now for the mod carts. And I can't help but think if last night was any indication of what to expect for today, hang on tight because it's going to be a good race. There's no doubt about it. Here's our lineup for mod carts as they come out on the track in just a moment. You can see them for the fans back at home, back in staging, waiting to come on out. The front row. We'll start off just like I did yesterday. On the pole will be the 501 of Dane Culver. Outside of Dane Culver will be Ashton Williams in the 520. Row 2 inside will be Chase Berry in the 543 and Luke Berry in the 536. Row 3 inside, Travis Jones in the 585 and Haley Berry in the 530. And rounding out the field of 7 mod carts will be the 599 of Lake Adler. You can see the order right there on the screen. Once again, for all the fans, you can go to your smartphone right now, go to our Facebook page or the YouTube channel, or MOA.TV to tune in and watch a whole different angle of what you're seeing right now between our drone pilots out there having just a heck of a day, and then also our other cameramen throughout the race course. And our mod carts are coming out on the track. They're making the move behind our Toyota Redlands base truck. Once again, here's our lineup as they come up onto the track. Dane Culver, Ashton Williams will make up the front row. In the 501 and 520, Chase Berry and Luke Berry in the 543 and 536 make up row 2. Row 3 will be 585 and the 530 of Travis Jones and Haley Perry. And Lake Adler will be out there all by himself in row 4.
So we're looking at our points leader right now, and the top 3, Travis Jones with 171, Ashton Williams, who took the win yesterday, 191, and of course Dane Culver had issues, unfortunate, and got shuffled around, didn't make the podium, but he's got the points lead still at 201. That Toyota Tacoma, courtesy of Toyota Redlands. I think the most been the guys. So great having them part of the Great American Shortcourse family. And of course, the Great American Shortcourse now part of the American Outdoor Events, AOE. You should see that Toyota duck off the track, and we'll bring it down into the start zone and get this one going. We got an onboard camera there. See how close they are. Great shot of that Mod Kid sticker right there. Sparko. One of our great sponsors here. Here we go. Green, green, green. Williams and Culver bang. And Chase and Luke Berry side by side, the twins. Oh, look at this. Getting shuffled back there just a little bit. The older sister of the Chase and Luke.
We figure out who's running the rear bumper cam.
Is that Dane Culver with it? I believe it might be Dane. I just saw a big gap back to all the cars, and that's got to be him.
Yeah. Dane was crazy fast yesterday and didn't quite end up the way he was liked.
No, but led most of the race. Knuckles Up's got something to prove for sure. So it's going to be Dane Culver, Knuckles Up Racing, Ashton Williams, followed by Chase Berry. That looks like Jones and Lake Adler, top 5.
As I look at the lap times right now, Dane Culver is the only driver that has broken into the 59-second mark.
Oh, he is checked out, that's for sure. And unfortunately, Haley Berry having some issues, and definitely in the back, far back in the pack, but not a place that she's used to being. Dude, here comes Ashton Williams, starting to reel in Culver just a little bit. As we look back to Chase Berry, Travis Jones. Culver comes by. Of course, Dane Culver, the winner at the King of the Hammers opening round. Good job out there. But Ashton Williams trying to knock him off that top spot. As we see Lee Dowler just provide the strike. Berry. Haley Berry. 12 laps make up the distance here once again. This next time by will be 8 laps to go.
Well, between Dane Culver and Ashton Williams, those two drivers are kind of making this into a snooze fest so far. But that's just the first half. It kind of starts out like this,
And that's
more times than not.
And like you said, that's one of the reasons that New Alman brought in the comp caution. So this wouldn't happen. It makes for interesting racing and strategy.
Got to keep an eye on Luke Berry. Next time he hits that infield tabletop jump, man, he got really squirrely in the air coming off of that thing on the last lap. To the point where when he landed, he was about, I'd say 5 o'clock when he landed, and all of a sudden he just started hopping. He was able to pull it out, stay on the throttle, but I don't know if that jump was kicking him sideways or what, he took off kind of cattywampus, but
And that's when
it got kind of scary. Yeah, there you again. You saw him when he's in the air, starts sailing sideways again.
like you see the big classes instead of turning that way off a jump. He didn't need to do that. There's a lot of straightaway there off that jump.
Most everybody's lap times are getting quicker as the race goes on, but no one's even got close to Dane Culver yet. He is still the only driver to be in that 59-second mark, so he's...
It looked like Ashton Williams started to slowly reel him in. It's going to get interesting here with the halfway through the crowd caution. That will be coming out this time. It's been 14 laps of this one.
You know, watch right now at the infield. I wasn't so bad this time by. The last couple laps. And just we talked about him. There he goes all the way around. Luke Berry, that infield right-hander, right before the competition yellow. He's sitting there. Is he back underway? Looks like he may have stalled it. Now can't fire back up.
Toyota Redlands, Tacomas recollected the field.
Just as our safety vehicle gets there, he's able to get back underway, so Luke Berry's back. He's still in the lead lap, and he'll have to hustle his way around to pick up the back of the field.
Great overhead shot there as the pace truck continues to rotate them around the class. Another track.
Well, everybody here's on the lead lap, but our top 5 right now is Lake Adler in that 5th spot, Chase Berry 4th, Travis Jones 3rd, Ashton Williams 2nd, and Dane Culver has been the powerhouse all by himself here this afternoon. But as of at least for the first 2, it's almost a repeat play of what we saw last night, at least in the first half.
Yeah, agreed.
Coming back to the green flag, and right off the get-go, Dane Culver takes that green flag. Very cool rear bumper cam right now. I believe that could be Dane Culver running. I'm not exactly sure who it is. So far, Ashton Williams is hanging tough right now on Culver. Yeah, Ashton Williams is hanging tough right now. So much so that he finally cracked into that 59-second bracket along with Dane Culver. The only two drivers have done so. He's hanging tough right now. Dane Culver.
Well, he pretty much knew that they were going to get into that comp caution. He's going to have a second shot because they're going to take a run right now.
Are we waiting for... Oh, here we go. Pulls along the inside on that left-hander.
This might be a Paul O'Brien, Corey Weller situation we watched. Oh man, that is just such killer footage. Watching Williams hunt over. It's like watching a great white shark run a seal. Here we go, look at this. Carolina speed coming around. Over though.
There'll be 3 laps remaining this time by the flag tower. 3 laps. Williams has fallen back about a car length. I'd say about 3 car lengths right now. But watch him dive into this corner right here and make up ground like he has in the past. Let's see. Oh, he's not. Whoa!
Oh my!
How did he save that?
I have no idea.
Ashton Williams nosed it hard off that backstretch jump.
Rode the
Landed
bike.
on one wheel and then almost got on 2. Almost went over on its side at speed, but was able to save it.
So we went from a unicycle to a bicycle to all 4 wheels down.
Yeah, wow. I'm not a parent of Williams, but even I had a heart attack.
Yeah, mine definitely skipped a beat.
And that was at speed.
Yes.
Two laps remaining for Dane Culver right now on the point, and Ashton Williams has a long way to go to try and catch him again. Travis Jones still running that 3rd spot a little bit further back. But yeah, at this point, Dane Culver is, I think, pulling away, even with the mishap.
I think Ashton's heart skipped a beat.
Yeah, he might have scared himself. I can't help but think. And hasn't quite completely collected himself yet.
That was one of those oh my moments. Great shot of Dane Culver sliding through that turn. In through the options.
Oh, and just like that, Ashton does a complete 360 in that right-hander. There's been a lot of cars losing it in that corner, going all the way around. That'll put Travis Jones now in that 2nd spot. And I don't know if Williams can get it started. He'll lose 2 spots now. And finally gets it going again. And then it looks like Luke Berry goes around trying to avoid Williams.
That's where looks like Berry's probably up in the position. Now she's going to be in the 3rd.
So Dane Culver has the point, Travis Jones second. Now Haley Berry has moved up into that final podium spot on the white flag lap. The checkered flag as Dane Culver puts Luke Berry a lap down right at the line. Dane Culver will take the win, and his fastest lap was the last lap. So second place hasn't come around just yet. And there he has. Travis Jones will take second. And the 530 of Haley Berry will round out the podium in third place. Blake Adler crosses the line for top 5 finish. So Dave Arnold will head down trackside of the podium to meet up with our top 3 finishers in the mod carts. Coming up next, Production Turbo UTV, our 8th race of the afternoon. Well, I'd like everybody that drives a Ford truck, I'm not sure if it's a Super Duty or an F-150, whatever it may be, but if you drive a Ford, look in your pockets for your keys and your key fob, because we've got them up here in the sound tower. So there's a very distinctive feature in the collection of keys you have. So if you can identify it, we have them up here in the sound booth, so come on up. Once again, we got a set of Ford keys, Ford key fob. Come on up and identify them, and they're yours. Or you're not going home tonight. Yeah, either way, call your wife. Oh, dear, I can't find my keys. Can you come get me? Not a fun phone call to make. So Dave Arnold's down there with our top 3 finishers in the mod carts. Dave, the stage is now yours.
Thanks, Scott. Great race for sure. Talk about fighting your back there. All right, Haley Berry, Travis Jones, and Dane Culver. Wow, Haley, First half of the race, we see her all the way in the back. And I'm like, what? That's not like her. And all of a sudden, look at you on the box.
Yeah, I definitely made a lot of mistakes during that race, but I'm still happy I'm up here.
Well, definitely, you have a lot of fight, and I know Luke and Chase are now out there battling with you too. And so, it's a little. Do I give them a bump? Do I just kind of just go by them fast? Does the things go through your mind?
Yeah, I mean, getting beat by my little brothers isn't something I want to do, but I'm always happy for them.
Well, that's great. Well, I got to say, very impressed how you came back. Congratulations. I know you got people to thank.
Yeah, I would like to thank my mom and my dad and my brothers. They're always working on my car. I'd like to thank Straight Edge, The Boat Guy, Mod Kids USA, Battle Approved, DWT, Rugged Radios, MRC Construction, Moto Club Jerky, Sparko. Oh yeah, and Chaden. Thank you.
Haley Berry, give it up for that young lady right there. Great job. Jones, we're going to move on over to here, young man. And man, that was a crazy one. I know you were fighting a little deep, and then you get up to third, and then all of a sudden Ashton goes around, and you're in second.
Yeah, it's perfectly the same thing as last race, same corner, but this time it was Ashton instead of Dane.
Yeah, it's crazy how that works, and you got to really have a lot of throttle control through that turn, right?
Yeah, it's a really slippery turn. I think almost everyone right there spun out this weekend. It's really slippery. There's a few ruts that gets you all shaky, but yeah.
Well, it was definitely a good race. I know you got people to thank for it.
I'd like to thank all my sponsors, SoCal Bolts, Concept Powder Coating, G&J, G1, Torco, King Shocks, DC Shocks, Rebel Gears, Jones Fabrication, JDC Concrete, everyone else I might have missed, and all my friends and family, and I'm happy to be up here with my friends on the podium.
Give it up for Travis Jones, this young man with a great job. And I'm going to start off first. Dane, $100 from K&N. And then you get the money from Bergeson's AC Heating, Solar, and Plumbing, as well as Toyota of Redlands. So, good. And also, before we get into the racing, Grandpa told me, because you already had the locks of flowing, that you donated your hair to the Cancer Society.
Yeah, I had to shave a few pounds off, so, I got to go faster.
Is that where you found the speed?
Yeah, no. I did it because my hair is getting a little too long, so I just decided to donate it on like a Friday after school. So
That's very cool. Well, thank you for doing that. That's quite great job, young man. But let's talk about the race. Breakaway out there. All of a sudden, the second half of the race, you bunch them back up, and Ashton Williams on your tail, and some crazy moments.
yeah, I tried to just keep it cool through the first half. My dad was like, just keep going, you're gone. And then the second half, I made a kind of a crucial mistake going into the first corner, which made him get on my bumper, so I had to block a little bit. And then my dad was like, oh, he spun out, and then I was gone.
It was over, and you got top of the box.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to thank some people?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Straight Edge for the helmet, the free paint job. I'd also like to thank Action Sport Canopies, GoPro, and JW Power Media. He's on Instagram. He does some awesome videos. And Knuckles Up Racing, that's our Instagram. And Spy Optic. I'd also like to thank the Martins and the Williams for shouting me on yesterday and for today. That's it. And God, and Jesus. Yep.
There you go. Give it up for Dane Culver, everybody. But Haley Berry one more time. Travis Jones and Dane Culver with Redemption is his on top of the box.
Well, congratulations one more time for the top three finishers in the mod kart division as we get ready for our next race. Race number 8 for the afternoon. It's going to be 3 classes in one, all UTV. Here's our lineup of Production 1000. We got George Lamosas out there in the 88, Cody Hodgson in the 955, Dominic Benitez is out there in the 911, Michael Bernstein is in the 295, the 973 of James Johnston, and the 926 of Chad Williams. Then we'll jump into the Production Turbo UTV. We got Jason Muller in the 10, Chase Hill in the 1C, and Oliver Golding in the number 1. And then we have Nolan Bishop in the Youth 1000 UTV in the 1032. So we're just a moment away. You can see them for the fans back at home. You can see that's actually Jason Willer right there in the Can-Am, our first car in staging, and the rest of the field right there. There's the Connor Berry car, the 902. As our cameraman pans back through the field and staging. Looks like the tire of choice for the most part are Hoosiers. And then a couple of different other choices right there in front of us on the left side of the screen. Our next race coming up after the Production Turbo, Production 1000 and Youth 1000 will be the race number 9, the Pro Buggy. Pro Buggy race. Well, Dave, I'm going to turn it over to you. It's been a heck of a weekend. We got one eyeball on this weekend's racing, another eyeball on next week's. And I'm about ready to jump a plane and head to Oklahoma right now. It's been cool.
Yeah, fun. And I'll
see you in 24 hours?
Yeah, see you in 24 hours, Scott.
It's been a pleasure. This is going to be good, man.
Yes, definitely.
That Can-Am with Weller up front, you're going to have a hell of a time. We'll see everybody next week at Mid-America Outdoors. I'm out of here.
Big thanks again to Scott. They're looking at the point leaders right now. Chad Williams winning 78, Connor Berry's 197 in second, and George Samosis leading the points here for Production 1000 with 2:11. All right, looks like we got the production turbo points up now. Chase Hill, I just talked about there, and with 155. Oliver Golding with 193, and the triple twos on the points there for Jason Weller. And Weller, of course, winner yesterday, looking to extend that points lead there. But I can tell you, Hill's going to try and say something about it, as well as Oliver Golding. Great overhead shot there as they get it all adjusted here. My screen adjusted after Scott left there. He was reading all the timing. Now I got the both screens here. Getting that all adjusted so I can see it there. Moses, Hoxton, Benitez. And again, Jaden St. Vinder filling in for Connor Berry. We're getting him some points there for the one weekend fill in there. James Johnson, Chad Williams, Jason Miller, Chase Hill, Oliver Golding, and Nolan Bishop, the young man that runs the Youth 1000. We got him lined up. The Toyota's ducked off the track from Toyota of Redlands. Weller leads them, and here we go. About a quarter of the way down into that start zone. He gives it gas. Chasing. Gives it a good run there. Chase Hill in the 1C. Then you got Oliver Golding there in the turbos. We get a good overhead shot there. We'll try and keep an eye out as we see Jason Weller start to walk away. Chase Hill. And then here comes Cody Hoxton looking the inside of Hill. Hill gives it a good look there. A little door banging going on there. Chase gives it some gas, pulls away the turbo power on that. You can see the difference there for forced injection versus naturally aspirated. Turbo versus non-turbo car. Weller through the options there. Sticking to that outside line. Early on laps, lap one down and put in the books. Jason Weller, Cody Hoxton. 911, Dominic Benitez. We got Chad Williams. But it's still Jason Weller out front. Chase Hill and Oliver Golding. They all put one lap in the books for themselves. Shot. You see how close we are to the neighborhoods there. And looks like we've got a battle starting to develop here. George Lamosis. And it looks like Chad Williams battling it out there. As our production turbos. Amazing thing is Cody Hoxton, though, he's still running up there. He's second overall in mixed with the turbos. Very impressive. Weller goes by the stripe. Hoxton goes by the stripe. There's Dominic Benitez and George Lamosis. Chad Williams and Connor Berry Carters by James St. Vinder. Michael Bernstein. Then we saw Oliver Golding, who's running second, then Chase Hill. I wonder if Chase having some problems there, slowing down. He was running up the front, and he's definitely slid back quite a bit. As we take a look at that drone following the action. There's Cody Hoxton, that Yamaha, YNC. And you can see Dr. Benitez in second, and George Lamosis in third. Drone shot dropping it behind Lamoses. The 88 car. George always running that American flag on there. It's very cool. Good overhead shot there. Good shot of how they're all laid out on the course right now. And Mimosas and Benitez still going at it. It's a battle for second in the production 1000 class. And the Yamaha, the 926 there, Chad Williams. 902, that is the Connor Berry injury. And Jaden Zane Minder driving, and Michael Burns doing. Oh, geez, we call him Oliver Golden. Oliver responds for a lot of the drivers. Here helps out. Call him our little rain man. He knows like all these facts about all these young drivers he's kept on up over the years, which is very cool. Looks like Chase Hill's now moved up positions. Our Pro Turbo car goes by, production turbo. And production 1000. Mimosas makes that move into second there with Benitez going back to third in production 1000. Williams going to run fourth. Williams and that Bergson's heating, AC, electrical, solar, and plumbing. See Oliver Golding. So running order production turbo right now, Jason Weller, Chase Hill, Oliver Golding, 1, 2, 3. Cody Hoxton, Mimosas, and Benitez in production 1000. And of course, Nolan Bishop out there, our youth driver. Cop caution. Time to re-rack and restack. There is the final spot here. Going into the second half of the race. Benitez giving a big run up there, but it's going to be Mimosas at the stripe. He'll be able to hold on to that second slot there. Second place in the turbo, Chase Hill. And then Oliver Golding. And there's Nolan. Bishop comes across. We'll get Cole Gamma back out racing with him in the Youth 1000 next race. Coming up next, Pro Buggy. 2 more races after this. So we see that beautiful Toyota Tacoma. Again, thanks to the folks over at Toyota Redlands for hooking us up. Remember, Toyota, let's go places. And Scott Hardy, his truck driving down the road there. Mentioned that red eye going back to Visions there. And you'll be able to watch a lot of it, of course, on speedsport.tv, AOE.tv. I'll be joining the rest of my Speed Sport crew. And we got Ken Stout back there, Pam Hall, and Matt, and got Matt will be calling some of the action. Joey and Matt doing the Barbie Jeep races and the Pit Bike Challenge. And then, of course, we're going to be seeing next Saturday the Nitro Cross, Travis Pastrana. And then we're going to have the Nitro Circus going on, motorcycle freestyle, all kinds of crazy stuff. And a good friend of mine, Mark Gomez, on his freestyle jet ski doing backflips in the pond. They've been watching social media. They've been chucking them out there out in the water. We're back underway. We're green, according to old Optima batteries. Jason Weller, man out front of that Can-Am. Leading in the turbos. Hodgson in the production 1000. Mimosas trying to get up into it. Chase Hill got a great start out there, running second overall. Oh no! Contact in the air. Hoxton he just unfortunately just clipped the car there, Hodgson. So, man, that's going to bring out a caution as we get our safety crew over there right away to attend to Cody Hodgson. That was no fault of anybody. Just a racing incident, unfortunate. As we saw, Chase was up front. Cody gave it a little bit of a zip off there. We're going to go ahead and bring out the first caution. Definitely some broken front end parts as he up and over, does a cartwheels. So we're going to step back just for a moment or two until we find out everything on that situation and get that driver attended to and the vehicle removed from the race course. Trying to get a word now to hear on the, see how he is. Tumbled there hard. See Cody get in there. So we're going to take a look and see how that was. And I saw that contact there, unfortunately, with Chase Hill as they coming up over that jump. A little bit of a pulse on it. Just a little contact there, caused the nose just to drop down. And a big tumble up and over, cartwheel. A couple of rolls and flips on spring actually fly out of the car and an axle. And that shows all the safety factors that are involved with these vehicles. So it looks like we're going to go back to racing. Jason Weller, Mimosas, Chase Hill, Benitez. Jason Weller with a good stretch out of the lead right now. You can see Hill trying to catch back up to him in his Polaris. Then he got Mimosas in his Polaris. Then you got, of course, Dominic Benitez behind him, Chad Williams. That's 1, 2, 3 there for production 1000. Turbo still running out there. Jason Weller, Chase Hill, Oliver Golding. Driver injury. Cody Hodgson, unfortunately, having that big tumble. Even though he's okay. Oh no, another up and over there. And trying to get a see, is that George Mimosas, it looks like. We had 2 laps to go at this point. White flag was going to come out. Go ahead and attend to that driver and see if they can get it re-righted to make sure that he is okay. And I do think I saw Oliver Golding pulled off. I'm not seeing him back out there. There's Benitez. There's Chad Williams. back there entering onto the track, Oliver Golding. He had pulled into the hot pits. They're checking on. They got that injury of George Lamosis back on the Riverside down. Pro Buggy coming up next. And followed by production, our Pro Buggy, we're going to have the Pro 2s and the Pro Lights coming out. We just take another look here at that replay of what happened with George Lamosis. And looked like it was all by himself there. Unfortunately, it looks like caught a rut high-sided there. And up and over, just got on the bike and went up and over. Not that violent of a roll. You got to wonder if there's some front-end damage there or not. These cars are pretty tough, but sometimes they hit them at the right angle and bend some of the front components. And it looks like we're going to have to send the wrecker out there to go ahead and get that cleared off. And what I imagined, there was some front-end damage to that vehicle. Looked like one of the tires was, fortunately, turned at a certain angle that the other tire wasn't. And they're supposed to be connected. So I believe that's going to be, is that a green-white checker we're looking at here? So we start with one lap, a shootout all the way to the checkered flag is what it's looking like to me. As we get a drone shot there, they get that on the hook and get it towed off there. You can see suspension broken in the front. Those cars don't sit that low. Thus suspension damage is incurred. But you can see all the thunderheads up in the distance we just saw there. It's kind of surrounding us here in Southern California. I know out towards Johnson Valley and 29 Palms, they got a lot of rain out in that direction. Big Bear, which is not just on the other side of the highway from that. And then down in the Orange County part of Southern California, a little rain. But up here at Victorville, a beautiful day. A little bit of wind, sun shining. Great American Shortcourse is racing. Some fun times. So you can see the pace vehicle now slowing down a little bit. That beautiful Toyota Tacoma. Good, Paul's met the guys all at Toyota of Redlands. Being a great sponsor. And again, I think shout out to Bergson's Heating, AC, Electrical, Solar, Plumbing, and Toyota of Redlands together. Giving away a lot of money and stuff to our drivers on the podium. And their continued support, as well as their drivers. So we're back under green flag. It's a green-white. Hoffman Matters green flag is out. One lap to go to the checkered flag. Benitez now out front. Chad Williams. Jaden Zaidbinger in the Connor Berry car, followed by Bernstein, Michael Bernstein, and then James Johnston. And then we're going to look back down at Jason Weller and Oliver Golding. Fortunately, Chase Hill has pulled off the track, not seeing that out there. Oliver Golding just kind of putting that thing around. Definitely a hurt car there, but Jason Weller. Gonna hit those rollers, catch the layer there. Hit the sweeper, 2 fingers, and a checkered flag. And there it is. Dominic Benitez gonna win production 1000. Chad Williams in second, and Jaden Zaidbinger in the Connor Berry entry. Nolan Bishop's going to take the Youth 1000. So I'm going to go step back here. We're going to put a little music on as I make my way down to the podium, as I'm doing a little double duty again. I'll be down with the interviews shortly.
All right, let's go ahead and bring up Dominic Benitez, Jed Williams, and Jaden Zane Minder. All right, there we go. I know it's tough being a rock star signing autographs over there. All right. Jaden, man, how was this? Third place in production. You're a fill-in driver, and look, you put it on the box.
Yeah, that was just a crazy race.
Yeah, talk about crazy for sure, and you know that bad get over by Hawks in there. I know, fortunately, helped you get to the podium, but staying out of all that carnage was hard.
Yeah, I was just trying the best to keep out of the carnage because I saw the car roll and just trying to hold my line.
Well, you did a great job, and I know you probably want to thank some people for that.
Yeah, I like to thank KMC Wheels, Mike for spotting for me, my dad for working on the car, Garrett, Northern Chill, VP Racing Fuels, and yeah, everyone else that helps me.
Right on. Jaden Zane Mender doing that fill-in job. Great job. I know Connor's going to be stoked for you. Getting him the points here. Chad Williams, man, there's so much talent in your class there. I mean, you guys are so close in the battles. It's so hard. One little mistake and it changes the whole podium, even though you were here yesterday.
No, for sure. I mean, it's a bummer. You make a little bit of mistake, just that much time. We're all so close in times that you just can't catch up unless you're wooded.
Yeah, I know. You guys got to stay on the gas, too. There's no resting, right?
No, never. Not in this class. Our top 5 up there, we're pretty close. So.
Well, great job. I know you probably want to thank some people.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my mom and dad for making this possible, all my buddies and everybody that come out helping my car, everyone that comes and watches and supports us, Bergenson's Heating and Air, Toyota, Redland, Scat Track, Bonafide, and my spotter Brian, and everyone that comes out, especially Pac on the pit. I got my boy in the pit for me.
There you are. Chad Williams, a great job there. And Dominic Benitez, man, stoked to see this. You've been running up there. You've been in podium positions, so times. Yesterday wasn't as great. Today, redemption is yours.
Yeah, for sure. Yesterday was a great battle. I was kind of hoping for today to be great and me come up top, still on top. Yeah, that was crazy. Just wasn't expecting any of that to go down, but it was kind of cool to watch.
Kind of watch it. It's like you're watching a movie in front of you unfold. It's like, did I really just witness that?
Oh, yeah, it was weird. I watched Cody do his cartwheels, and then a lap later, Lamosis did it, and yeah, it was interesting.
George did it all by himself on that one, and that's something we don't normally see. You guys are so on point.
Yeah, it was a pretty dry track. We were all sliding out, so I think that's what caused it.
Yeah, the wind's not helping, but I know you got some people to thank.
Yeah, I want to thank my mom, my dad, my grandparents, my sister, all my cousins that came out. Davis Motorsports, E Street, the Myers Brothers, Pandemic Performance, Snap-on, MCR, CBR, CSD. Damn, I can't think of any. I think that's it. And Deo.
There you go. Give it for Dominic Benitez, everybody. Great job again to Jaden Zane Minder, Chad Williams, and standing tall, Dominic Benitez. All right, let's go ahead and we'll get the production turbo. All right, there we go. There's one. All right, let's go ahead and talk to Oliver. I know Chase Hill going to get that third position there, but Oliver, you're running good there. We saw you running. All of a sudden, you disappear off the track, and I see after the comp caution, you come back on. What happened?
So on the restart, there goes that traffic. I came off the restart and on these humps, I just made a rookie mistake. I kept in the throttle. When I landed, I heard something break. Could have sworn it was an axle, and then my team thought it was a control arm, so they're yelling at me over the radio, pull off, pull off, pull off, pull off. And I'm like, I can still steer this thing. So I pull off, I'm like, okay, my race is done. And then I saw Hill stopped, And I'm like, oh, if I come back on track, I'll be less laps down on him and I'll get second. So I just kind of limped it around. I could have raced on it, but good enough to destroy a differential. But hey, I'll take second and second. I'm not complaining.
Well, you got some people to thank?
My mom, my dad, God, my crew chiefs, Danny and Austin helping me out all weekend, Richard's group, the Bishops for lending me parts and allowing me to coach them and help them out, and then Portable Exhaust, S3 Power Sports, Assault Industries, Cognito Motorsports. I forgot to thank him yesterday. I'm going to thank him today. Thanks to Paul O'Brien for giving me a rear axle. Now I got a front one that I might need to get from him. So, and then anybody else I'm forgetting, thank you. And thanks everybody for coming out, and we'll see you all in October.
Oliver Golding, everybody's second place here, and I'm going to move it on over to Jason. I'll make this a little easy on my arms. Jason, out front, wire to wire once again, and it's kind of watching. Boy, I was watching Corey spotting for you, and then that restart. It's like you kind of held him, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And all of a sudden, you just shot out.
It's funny because Chase came up to me like before the race, and he was talking about the start. And I'm like, "Well, it's like my goal to trick you on that start, right?" So he was trying to figure it out. And I enjoy that. Sometimes you have an opportunity to go right away, or sometimes you can wait, and it's fun to kind of see the other guy jump, and then he oh man, I got the brakes, and then you take off. So it's fun to trick him. But it was a huge testament to Can-Am and the X3 platform. That car has been running for a few years now, and it's fast and it's solid. And this track was rough and it was slick, and it's just cool to go out there and be able to beat on it. That thing's awesome. So huge thanks to Corey, my wife, for spotting for me, and our crew for always working on the car, and Demon Axles, Sparko, and all our fans, and Great American Shortcourse. Thanks.
Give it up for Jason Weller, everybody. Great job there again. But of course, Chase Hill didn't make it over here, but Oliver Golding and Jason Weller standing tall on top of the box. And we're going to bring up Nolan Bishop here. Well, these things, I don't know, they're aerodynamics. They just want to fly all over the place. Hey, you better watch out. You might take off, Nolan. So we're going to up here. Nolan, another fun time out there. What do you think of all that craziness?
I think it was pretty insane, but lots of people wrecked and I didn't, so that's a good thing.
That is a good thing. It's like it's just avoiding the problems, right?
Yeah. I was far enough behind that I didn't hit anyone or anything, and I finished 4th overall over the day, so that's good.
Well, definitely. Did you have fun, though?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
What was your favorite part of the track out there?
Probably the jumps, but they're a little rough, but I like them.
Like catching some air?
Yeah.
I'm right there with you. It's fun to fly.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Well, buddy, who do you want to thank?
My mom, my dad, Victor Heating, Aaron Solar, Rancho Engine Machine, OG Racing, and KW Automotive.
Give it up for this young man, Nolan Bishop, everybody. The great performance here, Youth 1000 taking the win. And we don't want to forget the most important part, the young chocolate milk. That's the best part, right, Nolan?
Yep.
You get to earn that chocolate milk. All right, I'm going to throw it to myself up in the box when I get up there.
All right, here we go. We're trying to switch it up here. Pro buggy time. Congratulations again, Jason Weller, and again, Dominic Benitez, and young Nolan Bishop with a great job in their wins in their respective classes. Now we switch gears to pro buggies. We got Zach Dropkin out there in the number 1, Jaden Uribe in the 31. The 33 is going to be Lorenzo Bonacci. Gunnar Kennedy's going to be in the 82. And Michael Scafuto in the number 3. And I know Michael was one that donated the mud plugs there from Pepco that they go ahead and make those carbon fiber deals. Zach Dropkin, the current point leader, 212. Gunnar Kennedy with 184. And Michael Scafuto with 174 after 4 rounds. Today's round number 5. A little bit different. Usually we're on even numbers as we come into the final weekend, but we had King of the Hammers with a one-off special event that we did. Probably next to the King of the Hammers race, probably one of the most entertaining, but more crowd family. You didn't have to go crawling up on rocks to go watch it. It was right there in the infield, so looking forward to hopefully doing that again next year, part of the big show. So the Toyota Redlands, Toyota Tacoma, going to lead them around. All I can say is I miss my old Toyota. I'll tell you, that was a great time. So the starting order, Dropkin and Reeby on the front row, Bonacci and Kennedy on the second row, and Scafuto bringing up to the rear. But yeah, those little Toyotas, they take a licking and keep on ticking like a Toyota. I can't tell you how many big trucks I used to pull out of the sand in my little Toyota. Pull up my big old 33s on there and these big old Chevy trucks, and we're digging to China. Just kind of floated up over and just pulled them right out. That thing won't pull me out. Yeah, it will. And that was back in '86. Now just think about the new ones, the new horsepower, the V6s. Oh my. All right, here we go. Dropkin and Uribe. We're green, green, green. Out to a battery flag waves. Dropkin takes that inside line with Bonacci on the tail end of him. Here comes Uribe trying to slide in, take that line away from Bonacci. You know, Dropkin said he was a little worried about that motor losing a little oil pressure. Motor still stayed cool for him, which was a good thing. Uribe right up on the bumper of Dropkin, gets a little bump there, going for the bump and run. And looks like we're going to have a new leader there. Uribe now, but Dropkin's going to answer back. And here comes Bonacci as he sails it. Dropkin goes to the inside, gives an elbow to Uribe on the right-hander, the hairpin. Dropkin goes back in the line. In the lead on the outside option here. Uribe sticks to the inside, but it's going to be Dropkin gets the lead back. Bonacci now turning the heat up. Gunnar Kennedy in the mix also. And then you got Michael Scafuto. Scafuto, one of the newer drivers to Pro Buggy, and I know Richard Woods was saying he's going to go ahead and probably bring his out. Oh, Bonacci with a little issue there and allowing Gunnar Kennedy to move up. And now Uribe pulls off. So things are switching up here. Dropkin up front still. But now it's Gunnar Kennedy followed by Zach Dropkin. Scafuto is going to move up into that fourth position. As Uribe goes into the pits, we'll see if he's going to be able to get back out quickly. Not sure if it was a flat or something. I could not see from my vantage point. As they come around the final turn to come across that stripe once again. Over the fingers they roll. Scafuto in the number 3, holding on to that fourth position now. Not seeing Uribe come back out yet, but Dropkin driving his race. But don't forget, halfway through this one, we're going to go ahead and throw that comp caution. We're going to re-rack, we're going to restack and refire these drivers at that point. Onboard shot there. This is possibly, is that Kennedy that we're looking at there? Couldn't get a good shot there. And who it was. Blue suit, that's for sure. But nevertheless, a killer inboard, or onboard shot, I should say. Dropkin, Kennedy, Bonacci. And I can see Uribe, he's going to make a run trying to get back on the track to get into the race here. Oh, too much speed. Oh, just nails the K-rail. That might have changed the whole situation for him. And wonder if there's a little damage there. And I wonder if those Nerf bars might have protected him a little bit. Nevertheless, concrete and race cars don't mix, or at least the wall side of the concrete. Dropkin still tends to lead. Kennedy in second. Bonacci in that third spot as they all stick to that outside option line. All running the inside through the fingers once again. And here comes Michael Scafuto as we get a great overhead drone shot now showing the 3 top cars equal spaced out as they head into the extension section of the track. Craziness going on. Bonacci now moves to the second. Kennedy goes to the third. And the right hairpin. Bonacci with the low line coming around. Kennedy with the higher line. Trying to get the momentum up and the speed. Oh no! Bonacci. Has he got a left rear flat? That car is not tracking right. There are issues. Yeah, that is definitely a left flat. Comp caution will be coming out this next time. So Bonacci trying to survive in that third spot. He's going to have to definitely get in and get that tire fixed. Good Dropkin and Kennedy, 1 and 2. I believe that's going to put Scafuto into the third position. Uribe still down 1 lap. If he comes around, he has a lap to make up. And there's the comp caution, time to re-rack and restack. Great shot there is Bonacci. Gets that left rear tire changed. Unfortunately, that thing went all the way down. You can see that rim. Trying to get it up there. packed out. So pop that sucker out. They got the other tire on ready. Pull the mud plugs off that keeps the mud on a real wet track from plugging up that area, and then it throws the whole car out of balance in the tire. It's a little insane. There we go. New tire going on. Don't worry about the mud plugs. Track's not wet enough now, it's dry. Just get that thing on and get them off. Quick hit on the impact there. These are all friends and volunteers, and that's the cool thing about this, and shows what a family and friend sport this is. You see the big bomber bomb on the hood of that. His uncle, a good friend of mine, Tommy the Bomber Bonacci, world and national former jet ski champion. Make his mark in the short course world. He's been a very fast young driver through the kart program with mod karts, and now in a pro buggy. And I know Drapkin has taken that route. Uribe's taken that count. Gunnar Kennedy pretty much came in. We saw him doing limited buggies, now moved into pro buggy. So he's moved up to the ranks. Coming up next, Pro 2s and the Pro Lights. Spaccarelli, Hamner, Madigan, and Cannon. And he's going to tag the back of the field here. It's going to leave him down one lap. Can he make up a lap on Scafuto to round out the podium? And the same question is, can Uribe? It's going to be a race between Uribe and Bonacci to see if they can get a lap up. It's a challenge for that third position. It's going to be tough to catch Drapkin and Kennedy. Detroit Redlands, Tacoma. Pulls off the track. Into the start zone. Drapkin wastes no time. He gets on the skinny pedal. And onto a battery says green, green, green. And in turn number one, it's going to be Drapkin, Kennedy, Scafuto, Uribe, and Bonacci. Kennedy trying to reel it in. Here comes Uribe on the pass with Scafuto. Going to the inside, hasn't made a stick yet, as Drapkin and Kennedy battle for that top position. A great overhead shot, watching it start to unfold. Here we are, 90 degrees, the hairpin. Let's bring them back around. Drapkin low and tight, protecting the turn. Sticking to that outside. Beautiful shot as it's 2, 3, 4, and 5 cars. Bonacci up into that fourth position now. Physically on the track, but still down a lap. So the far extension section there, Drapkin and Kennedy continue to dice. Kennedy was looking for that inside line again. Drapkin kept him honest through there. Oh, it looks like I saw off in the distance Scafuto off pace. Let's see, 4 laps to go. 3 laps to go now. Drapkin, Kennedy. Bonacci on the lead lap now. That's what it's showing on my timing and scoring, so we've moved up to third. Scafuto sitting fourth, and Uribe going for unfortunately was out for a couple laps there. Having to fight his way back up. Michael Scafuto making a good run. One of our newest drivers in the Pro Buggy category. Signal for the tower. Will be 2 laps to go for Drapkin, Kennedy, and Uribe and Bonacci still battle it out. Physically, Uribe's in front of Bonacci, but on scoring, Bonacci on the lead lap now into that 3rd position. Out, 1 lap to go. Still might be, let's see, I don't think they're going to catch Scafuto to put him down, so that's going to be good for Scafuto. His next time by, he'll get that white flag. Continue to get his last lap in. Drapkin, Kennedy, racing to that checkered flag there. Kennedy looking low. But Drapkin with a tight line once again. The final turn. Drapkin almost over-rotates. It's a fight. Kennedy, Drapkin. It's going to be Drapkin. The dramatic finish there, followed by Gunnar Kennedy. Uribe's going to be down a lap, so they're going to give Lorenzo Bonacci in that bomber car. So it's the red line car of Zachary Drapkin takes the win. Kennedy Racing in the Gunnar Kennedy car there. And then Lorenzo Bonacci in the bomber eyewear. Well, I'm going to head my way down and talk to these drivers about this race there. And I got to ask Zach what happened on that last turn, because he almost just handed Gunnar Kennedy the win. I'll be back.
Well, here they are. Let's give it up for Lorenzo Bonacci, Gunnar Kennedy, and Mr. Dropkin. Zach Dropkin up on top of the box there. All right. Man, what a crazy race for sure. You're in there battling for the lead, and all of a sudden, you start getting a little squirrely out there, and you realize a tire's flat. You kind of nurse it around, make it into the hot pits, and what was going through your mind at that point?
I was just trying to keep points, you know. I mean, after the first turn, I pulled all my tear-offs, and it was just, I'm wiping my hand every turn, getting shot rocks and mud in my face. It was kind of difficult to keep up. And then with all the wind, the car was really unpredictable. So, you know, I was just doing my best to keep it on the track, and I'm sorry for hitting Gunner in that one turn. I thought I had it, and I didn't. You know, I let it get the best of me. But,
You survived, and you're on the box.
yeah, it's cool to be on the box, you know, even with the flat tire. So. Thank you, Uribe, for letting me borrow your tire to finish the race. Thank you.
Well, why don't you give me a little sponsors on that, and I'm just going to give you a hint. Well, there's one of them.
Yeah, of course, I want to thank my mom and dad, first of all, for coming out here to the track, and all my friends that come out and watch. I want to thank Bomber Eyewear, Sparco, Wix Racing Engines for giving me a bomb. You know, it just cars hauling butt all weekend long. CBR Radiators, Racer Engineering, Maxima Oils, Walker Performance Filters, CarTech, Fab School, Inland Valley Construction, EBCO, PCI, King Shocks, and everybody else I didn't mention. Thank you so much.
Looking sharp in that new Sparco bomber suit. I like that. Looks good there. All right, give it up there to Bonacci. Gunner, you're up here. You made it. What a battle that was there. I know you and Lorenzo got into a little bit, but talk about the battle with Zach. You guys were within inches of each other several times.
Yeah, I mean, this whole weekend's kind of been a struggle. We just got the rear end, got higher pivots in it, so I'm kind of relearning the whole car, trying to figure out how to handle it, how to drive it, and just stoked to be up here on the box today. Me and Zach were battling 90% of the race and felt like we ran each other pretty clean and had a ton of fun out there.
Well, I'm going to make it a little bit better with a Sparker gift card and a K&N gift card, $100 there each. And let's talk about what was going through your mind in that last turn, that checkered flag, and Zach and you eye to eye.
Yeah, I mean, I was pushing, hoping for something to happen on Zach. Just don't want him to crash or anything, but I was hoping for him to push wide and for me to have a window to go in, and almost had it, but it is what it is, and that's part of racing.
Absolutely. And who'd you like to thank?
I mean, I want to thank my dad, my mom, everyone that comes out and helps me out, supports me. Ronnie at Source Prep Fab. I mean, I'm surprised we even made it out to this race. On Thursday night, we were at his shop till about midnight, and then Friday morning, we didn't leave his shop till about 12 o'clock, because Thursday, yeah, I'm on there for me.
Good job. To thank guys for so
get it. Oh, in the this. Give me away when he Gunner on two here.
Oh, get your
Oh my God, I have a car. So competitive. Go.
Forget.
And everybody that supports me. Jake, Jordan, Corey, the Vales, Gunner, Lorenzo. Everyone's up here as a family, so we're stoked to have the whole Pro Buggy fam out here and hopefully get some more cars. See the monkey back here because Hawaii's not his place. The racetrack is.
Well, I don't know. The monkey swinging through the trees in there in the jungle. Let's give it up for Lorenzo Minacci, Gunnar Kenner, and one again, Zach Drapkin on top of the box. All right. Well, folks, don't go anywhere. We've got Pro 2s and Pro Lights coming up next. It's going to be Derek Brockhamner. We also got Mayan Spaccarelli. We've got Thomas Madigan and Brian Cannon. Going to make this one go run for it. So, folks, get ready for it. All right, here we go. Spaccarelli, Hamner, both the Pro 2 drivers, Brian Cannon, that 4-cylinder Pro Light, but it's a mini open, and we could see Thomas Madigan and more modern style Pro Light. A beautiful Toyota Tacoma, courtesy once again of Toyota of Redlands. Thank you, folks, for being our official pace vehicle. And all the great sponsors we have here, like the official Taco, the Bufadora truck. Then we got Sparco, Off-Road Warehouse, General Tire, Action Sports Canopies, Chad from Intense Tees, making all the killer apparel for us and stuff you could pick up. Rylon, Ironworks, Optima Batteries, of course, powering this series. And Ortega. Here we go. Toyota's off the track. We're going to go green, green, green. Let's see. Optima Batteries says, let's get this one started. Spaccarelli, Hamner, Cannon, and Madigan. Madigan looks to the inside line. Hamner trying to push Spaccarelli. Spaccarelli gets some grip, pulls out. Cannon, that 4-cylinder, making that thing hook up. A whole lot of Hamner behind Spaccarelli. Brock, one of our newer Pro 2 drivers out there, really making progress in that Precise Motorsports unit. And then just the Need for Kids stuff that Mayan Spaccarelli does. And of course, Yokohama coming on board. And I see a heat wave on the hood. Hamner goes a little wide for the need there, and then see Off-Road Warehouse now also on the side of car to Hamner. Cannon with that LeDuc 99 on the side. Then Madigan Motorsports, the 47. Spaccarelli getting a good hookup, good drive. Heading through the gravity cavity, up and out. Catching some good air. Hamner in tow. Cannon, of course, first in his class there. And of course, we got Thomas Madigan first in his class, but for the need, for the kids there, for the foundation. Ooh, Spaccarelli getting a little hop left and right there, getting a little fishtailing, what we call the alligator tail. LeDuc 99 on the side of that car. No, big thanks to the LeDuc family for helping him out there, and Kyle getting that thing running for Brian Cannon. Countless hours that those 2 and 3 guys have put into there. Great thing that Spaccarelli's doing for the need of the kid, for at-risk youth, and got a whole team of young kids working on that truck, and I'll tell you, they're doing a good job maintaining it. Brock Hamner, up and coming, running that reminiscent 99. Precise Motorsports, Off-Road Warehouse. Let's see a few more sponsors on there. You got Bomber Eyewear, Snap-on also. Cannon coming by. Ultra wheels under him. See the big gap, the difference on that twice the horsepower here, these Pro 2s and 4-cylinder Pro Light and a V8 Pro Light. But I got to hand it, Brock Abner doing really well with that veteran Mayan Spaccarelli. Spaccarelli's put it on top of the box, racing some of the best in the business like Renner, McCachran, McGrath back in the day. He's also got K&N helping that thing breathe. Madigan still trying to catch up to Cannon. Love listening to that sound when they go by. That 4-cylinder just on the pipe. Reminiscent of the old days. Hammer's still hanging there with Spaccarelli, I'll tell you. Mayan doing a great job. You tell different power plants between those two vehicles, a different sound, but both giving the same results of horsepower. Brian Cannon once again. Thomas Madigan. And there it is, the competition caution flies. We're going to time to re-rack, restack. It's going to be Mayan Spaccarelli, Brock Hamner, 1 and 2 in the Pro 2s. The Mini Open, that's going to be Brian Cannon. And then Thomas Madigan in the Pro Lights. And a great onboard shot there, going backwards, looking at Brock Hamner. You ever watch those films like Discovery Channel and you got the seal with the camera on it and the great white shark chasing it around? The fake seal, I'm not going to say the real one. But it's kind of that feeling. Kind of like chomping at your heels, chomping at your heels. All right, here we go. That Toyota Redlands Tacoma should be pulling off. I see the lights are out. This will be a run to the checkered flag. Spaccarelli, Hamner, Cannon, and Madigan. Lions and Tigers and Bears, oh my. Tacoma ducks off the track. Spaccarelli says Optimum Battery says green, green, green. And what a sick shot from behind as we look there. The onboard. Great overhead shot as we're watching this unfold here. Both rotating. It's like watching drift cars there, kind of a dirt ballet. Spaccarelli and Hamner, Cannon and Madigan. Well, look at this. Hamner showing a tire to Spaccarelli. Spaccarelli gets a good drive out of that 90 degree. Hamner looking low. Spaccarelli hanging it out there in the loam. Getting in that fluff. Finding that traction where Calvin came in and ripped that part of the track. Ripped a lot of those turns. Here we go. Spaccarelli, and he's gapped out just a little bit on Hamner. Cannon got that thing wound up. Oh man, that's a killer shot there as we look on the backside of Spaccarelli, looking back at Hamner. To see when he gets those air, good shot of the air as it nose down. Ooh, it's starting to dry out a little bit there. See that dust popping up? Getting that dry slick going. That wind just sucks the moisture right out of the dirt. 2 laps to go. 2 laps from the tower now. Next time around, we'll see the white flag. Folks, don't forget, if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, make sure to check out AOE.tv or speedsport.tv. And you can go to Mid-America Outdoors and go to their YouTube page. Watch all the action unfolded visions next week. And, of course, we're going to got short course. We've got Barbie Jeep races, pit bike races, pro rodeo, bullfighting. We've got Nitro Cross. We've got the Nitro Circus. Boy, it is going to be one crazy week in Mid-America Outdoors in Jay, Oklahoma. Hopefully you'll be able to join us out there, but hopefully you're joining the action right now as the white flag gets ready to come out for Mayan Spaccarelli. And Brock Hamner, the Precise Motorsports Bomber Eyewear Off-Road Warehouse. Cannon's going to get the white flag, as well as Thomas Madigan will make his appearance across the stripe with 1 lap to go. And here we go, folks. Put your hands together. Make some noise for the need. Mayan Spaccarelli in the number 12, followed by the Precise Motorsports, the 99 of Brock Hamner. And here comes Brian Cannon. So Cannon, that 99, Kyle Duke in memory of, or in support of, I should say, as well as Thomas Madigan. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to him down the podium. I'll be right back. All right, might as well knock it out here. Pro Light, Thomas Madigan, stand up here real quick with you. Great job. I tell you, these guys are fun. What's it like racing with the Pro 2s?
Oh, it's a blast. I mean, just being able to follow lines and see what they're doing and try to improve on my driving. I mean, obviously, wish we could do it all day.
Well, definitely was a fun time, and I gotta say, you gotta stay out of the roost, right?
Oh yeah, the ruts were real bad out there. They turned it up pretty good, which made it challenging, but also made the truck kind of hook into it, so it was a blast.
Would you like to thank anybody for being up here?
Yeah, obviously fans and the family and my crew, Debbie and Jean for coming out on their anniversary to help me do this, so that was awesome. And then General Tires, S&B Filters, Maximal Oil, they helped us get us out here too.
Right on. Well, congratulations. Can't wait to see you at the next race.
Thank you.
Thomas Madigan, everybody. Go ahead and bring Brian Cannon up here real quick. We got Brian Cannon. Brian, great time, man. How about four-cylinder leading in the V8?
That four-cylinder, it puts it down, let me tell you. And just driving it, man, you just have to know how to throw it in and shift and bang the gears. I lost my brakes after the yellow flag. Had no brakes, and all I was doing was downshifting every corner and setting it up and praying to God I made it out of it. I blew that right-hand corner a couple times because I came in there hot. But I couldn't let off over that big jump over there because it would nosedive. So I knew I'd keep the throttle on, I'd keep the front up, and pray to God I made it around that corner.
And you did, so congratulations. And I know you got people to thank.
Yeah, Fuel Factory. I got their fuel in my truck, and that thing is banging. Let me tell you, like I said, I ain't never going back to VP. These guys take care of me, and that stuff works. I'd like to thank Mo, my tire groover. You know, with him, that truck was sticking in every corner. I mean, like I said, I lost my brakes, and I would throw it in there, and I just pray it stuck, and it stuck, baby. Ultra wheels, you know, their wheels are on there. You know, Esslinger, Brian, he does the tech here. Without all of his advice and all the time that he's given me and my dad, we wouldn't have that motor figured out the way we do. We do all the work on that motor and the transmissions and everything. You know, that's all us. Kyle LeDuc and Kurt LeDuc, of course, and just Lee and Poppy for putting this on for us, and the gas series, you know, everything. Without them, we wouldn't have a place to play. And you too, bud, for you guys, you know, pumping us up, and you know, we wouldn't be pushing it so hard.
We appreciate it, Brian. Thank you for coming. Brian Cannon, everybody here in Mini Open, top honors there. We're going to switch it up, go to the Pro 2s. We'll bring Mayan Spaccarelli and Brock Hamner. All right, we're going to go ahead and start off with Brock. And Brock, boy, I'll tell you, you're within striking distance there a few times, giving old Mayan a run for his money.
Oh, yeah, the track was way better today, a lot more grip and a lot easier to drive and keep up.
I noticed they ripped some of the corners there, giving you a little bit more loam to play in. It gives you more traction instead of that hard, just spin it on with a little dust.
Yeah, Calvin does an amazing job every time and just helps us a lot when we can have grip and actually move.
And you learn every time you come out and race with these guys.
Yeah, it's all about seat time, and especially from following his lines, easiest way to learn.
Oh, I've seen him take some of the top dogs down back in the old Lucas Oil off-road racing days, so it's a good guy to follow.
Yeah, of course.
Well, Brock, I know you like to give a little love to your sponsors.
Yeah, I got to give a big thank you to my mom and dad for all the time and money it takes to run this Pro 2 program. All my friends, family coming out, all my grandparents, Brad, Kevin, Carl, and Off-Road Warehouse, Powder Solutions, One Day Wraps, Seal Savers, and Bomber Eyewear.
Give it up for this young man right there, Brock Hamner, everybody. Good job. And I'm moving on over here to Mayan, and we got $100 from K&N there. That's what it pays off. And that's what it means, keeps those trucks breathing nice. And, you know, I was talking about you a little bit in the old days, and you ran, you know, Rob McCackman, the Carl Renazenters, the Jeremy McGraths, and, you know, you've been there, and Eric Barron. You guys were the Toyota guys, which always had the most unique sound back in the day, and it still sticks in my mind, but it's great.
My ears still don't work because of those Toyota motors. They were great.
That high pitch, but it was just a unique sound, so it was cool. But to have the young drivers that you did and all these kids you're working with, it's kind of nice to give back that way.
Yeah, 100%. I love working with the kids. Even with Brock, I just talked to him and his dad. We're going to go testing. We don't race for a while, but they're combining all the series. which is going to be totally awesome. The fans got to come out. They do Barbie car racing and all kinds of fun concerts and things like that. So the future is looking really good for the sport, especially with guys like Brock coming up in it. And me and him are going to go to the test track, get faster and faster, so we can have something for those guys. But I do want to thank K&N. We've run K&N since the very beginning. I don't know what else you could run. Like, what else is there? But, you know, they're the best. And then Yokohama, of course, Jeff Donovan was one of the kids on our team who now part of the marketing over there. So he set it up. If I get a podium, I get 400 new tires for the next race. So that's 8 tires for the weekend. I'm talking to his sister down here. But just really want to thank my crew. Like I said, we stayed up till 2 in the morning Friday night and then went to our For the Need event and did not know if we were going to run. And by a miracle, thanks to Chappie Steve praying for us, the motor's running well. And that's the emotions. We just watched that Worldwide of Sports thing. Remember that? What was it? The agony?
Agony of defeat.
Agony of defeat. Well, you know, you go from 0 to hero, back to 0. And that's what makes it fun. And we'll see you guys at the next one.
All right. Well, I know Yokohama For the Need, big part of your program, and can't wait to see what else comes out of it.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's fun being here with you.
Right on. It's always good being with you, Mayan Spaccarelli and Brock Hamner once again. Great to have it. I want to thank all you folks for tuning in to the Great American Short Course. Don't forget to tune in next week to Visions, AOE.TV, Speedsport.tv. You can see Scott, myself, and many more. Ken Stout, one of the big voices of the short course racing, and many more to come. And also Travis Pastrana and the weekend out there in Oklahoma. So make sure you check our schedule on Facebook, Great American Short Course, as well as GreatAmericanShortCourse.com. For myself, Dave Arnold, Scott Rain, Lee and Poppy Perfect, and the entire Great American Short Course and Mid-America staff, thank you. We'll see you next time on the dirt.